Agostisni Malala, yeah, okay. Today is a very auspicious, not very, most auspicious day. Appearance of Supreme Lord in this world is most auspicious, nothing more auspicious. And same auspiciousness is when his personal associate, pure devotee, appears in this world. They're all good. So we have to observe these days. It is also stated in Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu as a prominent limb of devotion. You have to observe Janmastami and other festivals related to Supreme Lord or his devotees. And when Vishnu Tattva, means omnipotent Supreme Lord, appears, then there is fasting until the appearance time. Like for example, for Ram Chandra, it is midday. So one has to fast until that time. Then he can take some like Ekadashi preparations if he wants, not necessarily. Depends how devotees they want to satisfy Krishna by their fasting and what is their capacity. And then on next day you have to break the fast. If you don't break the fast and in appropriate time, then that fasting will not be proper. So we have to observe according to Krishna's desire, according to scripture, to observe fasting for his satisfaction, like Ambarish Maharaj did to satisfy Supreme Lord. So, and for Nrishinga Chaturdashi is up to dusk. But for Janmashtami it is up to midnight, because Krishna appeared at midnight in the prison house. And our Parangurudev, he was fasting whole day, and at midnight the Abhishek started. Then after Abhishek, when they were dressing the deities and offering bhog and everything, at that time he used to explain these three chapters, first three chapters of 10th canto. Then after bhog was offered and everything, there was arati, and after arati about 2:30 a.m. One time I was also in our mat in Calcutta at 2:30 a.m. Then that Anukalpa Prasad was distributed, means fruits, potato, some milk preparations like this, that which is allowed on fasting days. But Parangurudev never took that prasad. He would full fast till next morning, and then only also he would only take little just to break fast. And then first he would speak with all the visitors and everything, and then there was an Nandotsap. Tomorrow is Nandotsap, when Nanda Maharaj is very happy getting son and he's distributing. So Parangurudev wanted to distribute that on Nandotsap, and he was speaking with visitors and everything. So first prasad he took, like normal prasad, that of Nandotsap, was around 5 p.m. next day. That was his usual observance of Janmashtami. Why? Because he is not ordinary person, personal associate of Krishna. They are happy serving Krishna. that is their happiness. And they're getting such happiness, they are not feeling any this hunger or anything. And he would speak, he would attend to all visitors, all disciples, everything. And at last he will take prasad. When so many batches of visitors and devotees, they were got prasad on Mundotsav, then he would take. So some they can, but for those, or if there is some health reason, like in my case, now at present I'm still recovering from Omicron coronavirus. So there is some, according to health necessity, you can take something and drink like this, because the most important thing is you have to be, your mind should not be disturbed, and you should serve Krishna, and your body should not be, should be fit for service. So in that way you can, when Gurudev was playing the pastime of being ill, he was also taking at noon already, but only those things which are allowed, potatoes and like this. So according to time, place, circumstance. But one time it happened on Janmastami day, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he had to send our Param Gurudev to some, urgently to some place for some preaching arrangement for after Sunday. So he had to go with train. And that time Prabhupada told him, you eat rice because you have to travel and you have to do that job there. So you should not be weak. So you take rice. And he ordered his own cook to cook rice for him. But Param Gurudev said, no, I can manage. I'm okay, I can manage. But the point is, if Guru orders, that is also there, if Guru orders, that you can take. It will also not break the fast, because Guru is connected with Krishna. What he's ordering is for Krishna's satisfaction. So according to time, place, circumstance, if necessary, he can take rice also. So Prabhupada, or medicine if necessary, like this. So today is also the disappearance day of one their disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Vikas Hrishikesh Maharaj. He joined as a teacher first. Srila Prabhupada, he opened one Bhakti Vinod Institute in Mayapur, where secular education was given as well as spiritual education to boys. And some were devotees who also began to teach there, and some were teachers, they came from outside, and gradually by associating with devotees of the mat, because that is near, and also in Jogapit devotees were staying, so they also became devotees. So like that, this Hrishikesh Maharaj, he became devotee. He came as a teacher, but he became a devotee by association with Prabhupada and other devotees, and also doing all other services in the mat. He became Matavasi. Then after the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada, when there was some apparent disturbance in the mat, then Maharaj, one second, he went to Vrindavan and was staying in Chipi Gali. This is one street there, one lane, and he did bhajan there, and he would daily do parikrama. That is like 15 kilometers parikrama daily he would do to different places, and he would survive by begging from Brajabasis as a madhukari. That is like a bee. She will collect honey from different flowers, little. Like that, madhukari means like a bee will go from to different devotees or Brahmins, Brajavasis, and beg for some food, and in this way to maintain his life. Like the Gosamis, Rup Sanatan, they would also do like this. And Govardhan Parikrama, he would do like this. Then, after that everything settled and okay, then he also established his own Gauriya Math. That is in Rishada. One second, let me open. That is one place near Calcutta. He opened one mat and he started to take disciples, became acharya. Yes, Rishada. The name of that mat is Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gauriya Mat. And here our Srila Bharati Maharaj mentioned his qualities. He was endowed with a melodious voice, and he was a Mishta Bhasi, one who spoke sweetly. He would sing very exquisite kirtans while he himself would play on the karatalas. Guru Maharaj, means our Parangurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhava Gosai Maharaj, took him along to various places such as Agartala, Chandigarh, Hyderabad, means our mats, and so on. He was fluent in speaking English and Hindi. Another distinctive quality he possessed was that he could conclude his speech within the time allotted to him. If he was asked to speak for 10 minutes, he would not speak for 11 minutes. So that you will see in different festivals in India, some appearance of some Vaishnava like this, and from different mats they will come, and then there will be speakers. So all the speakers, they are very enthusiastic to speak, because once you start to speak the glories of Vaishnava, then it is difficult to stop. And that is why you will see there is always one person there who will give warning. Now the time is over, and he will, on that gong, he will press, he will make a sound. Now it is time. But even after that sound, that devotee will still go on speaking. No one can stop. So need some regulation like this. But this Maharaj, he would stop, means he would fix time. And in our Chaitanya Vani magazine, from our mat, which is published in 1983, when this Maharaj disappeared on today's day, then one article was written that at the age of 72, at his mat, while listening Shri Harinam Mahamantra being sang by his disciples, he disappeared from this world. He entered into Nitya Lila. That was at that time 31st August 1983. And then there was a Viraha festival after Samadhi and everything they did, and many prominent Vaishnavas, they were there. And Mahaprasad was distributed, and here it is also written, Pujapat, that means worshipable, Pujapat. Hrishikesh Maharaj possessed all these sublime good qualities and virtues of a Vaishnava. Nitya Lila Pravishta Tridandi Gosami Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj used to invite Srila Hrishikesh Maharaj at all his mats to almost all the celebrations. Srila Maharaj used to speak nice Harikatha in both the languages, Hindi and Bangla. His voice was melodious. Everyone used to get attracted by his Harikatha and Kirtans. He wrote a few Kirtans also, means songs. His Kirtans had deep meaning in them. We feel intense grief because of losing the association of such a virtuous Vaishnava. Srila Maharaja's entering into Nitya Lila on Krishna Janmastami, and that too on Wednesday, which also marks the appearance day of Sri Krishna, is not an ordinary indication, means it is special. Because Krishna, so many years back when he appeared in this world, that time Janmashtami came on Wednesday. And that year also it came on Wednesday, and that Maharaj disappeared. So I am remembering, I am thinking of Maharaj. I saw his photo in Srila Bharati Maharaj's webpage. His photo is there. So I am remembering him and bowing down to him and praying his causeless mercy to forgive all offenses and to bestow service of his lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object of worship, Srila Prabhupada and Gaurango and Radha Govinda. And today is the appearance day of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. That is the appearance. But there is also his birth lila that I will explain at the end of Harikatha, why something is appearance, why something is birth, pastime of taking birth. So many years back, maybe 2004 or 5 or something, Gurudev told me personally that on Janmashtami day I should go through the first 3 chapters of 10th canto on Janmashtami. So since that time, this is my every year's practice to go. It will take some time, so we need some patience, but the topic is very important and most auspicious, as we will hear also in the beginning of this. I will not read the Sanskrit verses because I don't know how long my energy will last, and it would take a little more time. So I will just read the translations by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. That is transcendental English. It is not worldly sound. Something. Sanskrit is sacred, but English is not. That is correct. But when pure devotee speaks about Krishna in any language, that is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that. Any devotee, real devotee, who will speak about Krishna in any language, that language is also transcendental. It will have the effect of a mantra. Same, it is non-different from Krishna. Should not have doubt when hearing from pure devotee. That sound is coming from transcendental platform. It is by Krishna. Krishna blesses and he speaks through that devotee. King Parikshit said, My dear Lord, you have elaborately described the dynasties of both the moon god and the sun god, with the exalted and wonderful character of their kings in previous 9 cantos. So many kings, so many there. You know, you heard. O best of Munis, you have also described the descendants of Yadu, who were very pious and strictly adherent to religious principles. Now, if you will, kindly describe the wonderful, glorious activities of Lord Vishnu or Krishna, who appeared in that Yadu dynasty with Baladev, his plenary expansion. The Super Soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, the cause of the cosmic manifestation, appeared in the dynasty of Yadu. Please tell me elaborately about his glorious activities and character from the beginning to the end of his life. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Then that disciple must realize. Then he can impart that to others, like this Guru Parampara. It is not that just you will get mantra or hair and not practice and not realize that you can become a guru. That is false. Like those some lineages they are claiming, no, we are from that family of gurus, so we are gurus, or we are in that mantra parampara. But the point is, he have to be guru and to give that transcendental knowledge actual, he must submit to his own guru and practice devotion, be fully devoted to Krishna and realize, then he can pass on as a guru parampara. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in false, temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Those who lost that taste, they will have taste for these topics. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord, except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? Pashugnat is the word. Today, I spoke with my Ayurvedic doctor. I told him the situation. He said, you will have to rest for 3 more days. Then I said, okay. But the thing is, it is Janmastami. It is necessary. And also I remember that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he told, and our Gurudev also was quoting, Harikatha is actual rest. Rest from these worldly things. We have to take rest from those things. That is Harikatha. Harikatha is actual rest for the soul. So here it is written, it is the right medicine. Harikatha is the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. We will be cured of birth and death by hearing Harikatha, and we will get rest from this worldly existence which is burning like forest fire, only suffering all the time. By speaking Harikatha, we can be rescued. And who will stop hearing? Only butcher, one who is cruel person, he is committing violence to others. and one who is committing violence to himself, one who is killing his own self. Here means we are not giving food to our real self. We are not devoting ourselves to Krishna, so we are not giving food or happiness to our real self. So we are actually killing our own self. Not only physical suicide, that is also sinful, but this suicide, we are not taking care of ourselves, of our real self, of our soul, by not devoting to Krishna. So those who are such persons, they will only not like to hear the description of their eternal master, Supreme Lord, and dearest, his dearest, actually. Taking the boat of Krishna's lotus feet, my grandfather Arjuna and others crossed the ocean of the battlefield of Kurukshetra, in which such commanders as Bhishma resembled great fish that could very easily have swallowed them. By the mercy of Lord Krishna, my grandfathers crossed this ocean, which was very difficult to cross, as easily as one steps over a hoof print of a calf, easily. Because my mother surrendered unto Lord Krishna's lotus feet, the Lord, Sudarshan Chakra in hand, entered her womb and saved my body, the body of the last remaining descendant of the Kurus and the Pandavas, which was almost destroyed by the fiery weapon of Ashwatthama. Lord Shri Krishna, appearing within and outside of all materially embodied living beings, by his own potency, in the forms of eternal time, that is, as Paramatma and as Virat Rupa. In Gita, we were just hearing that universal form, that is Virat Rupa of Krishna, and time, which is taking everything. And Paramatma is superior, that is person. So he gave liberation to everyone, either as cruel death or as life. Kindly enlighten me by describing his transcendental characteristics. My dear Shukadev Gosami, you have already explained that Shankarshan, who belongs to the second quadruple, appeared as the son of Rohini named Balaram. We are hearing on his appearance day. If Balaram was not transferred from one body to another, how is it possible that he was first in the womb of Devaki and then in the womb of Rohini? Kindly explain this to me. Why did Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, leave the house of his father, Vasudeva, and transfer himself to the house of Nanda in Vrindavan? Where did the Lord, the master of the Yadu dynasty, live with his relatives in Vrindavan? Lord Krishna lived both in Vrindavan and in Mathura. What did he do there? Why did he kill Kamsa, his mother's brother? Such killing is not at all sanctioned in the Shastras. So we have to know why it is there. Then we'll have no doubt by only judging externally, not knowing the whole picture, why he did that. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has no material body, yet he appears as a human being. For how many years did he live with the descendants of Vishnu? How many wives did he marry? And for how many years did he live in Dwaraka? O great sage, who know everything about Krishna, please describe in detail all the activities of which I have inquired, and also those of which I have not. For I have full faith, and I am very eager to hear of them. This is important. When one is surrendered, has faith in Guru, then he will have that impetus to speak, but not to unsurrender. Guru does not waste time. He's completely 24 hours engaged in the service of Krishna, so he has no time for any idle talking to where there is no air to hear. But Parikshit Maharaj is very eager to hear. Only by hearing about Krishna, for the satisfaction of Krishna, only by this devotional practice, in 7 days, he got perfection. He realized who he is, and he got Krishna Prem and went to Krishna. Because he was hearing properly. And proper speaker is there, Shukadev Gosami. Because of my vow on the verge of death, I have given up even drinking water, yet because I am drinking the nectar of topics about Krishna, which is flowing from the lotus mouth of your lordship, my hunger and thirst, which are extremely difficult to bear, cannot hinder me. That is why our Bharati Maharaj told, why is there fasting on Janmastami? Because we are so happy. Such bliss is there, transcendental bliss. There is no need of any food. So we have to see whether we are on that platform or not. I am not, I admit. But gradually, by practice, we can come. Like Parikshit Maharaj. He said, I know it is very difficult to tolerate hunger and thirst, but I have no problem. I am getting the nectar of your Harikatha. So I have no need. That is proper speaker, realized soul, who is speaking Harikatha, which is non-different from Hari, and proper listener, who is hearing with serving attitude, not with acquiring attitude. Let me get some knowledge, or let me something for my own, not for the satisfaction or for the service of Krishna, then that will not be actual devotion, and we cannot then get transcendental taste. And other ulterior desires then cannot be removed. Sutta Gosami said, O son of Bhrigu, Shaunaka Rishi, after Shukadev Gosami, the most respectable devotee, the son of Vyasadeva, heard the pious questions of Maharaj Parikshit. He thanked the king with great respect. Bona fide Guru is grateful when someone engages him in the service of Krishna, listeners or anyone. Our Gurudev also used to say this wherever he went. He said, my Gurudev ordered me, wherever you go, you should speak about Krishna. What you heard about Krishna and what you read about Krishna from Shastra, that you should remember and that you should speak, not to teach others, but to remind yourself, to purify yourself. If you can give eternal welfare to yourself, then others will also automatically get. So Gurudev said, all you organizers of Harikatha and this program, you are my greatest friends. So I'm grateful to you. And you are acting as my gurus because you are engaging me in the service of Krishna. So I have to give you Guru Dakshina, donation to Guru. In the end, Gurudev sincerely he was saying, not pretending or joking or no. He meant it. He was really grateful. And he said, I have to give you Guru Dakshina, donation as a Guru. It is a must. It is one service of Guru. You have to give donation. So Guru said, but I have nothing. I am a beggar. I have no money. Everything is given to me. Even cloth is not mine, nothing. I am a beggar. Beggar of everything and also beggar of Krishna Prem. So what I can give you? Then he told that Parangurudev said, the best charity, there are many different kinds of charities. Best is jnana, to give jnana. In Shastra it is stated, to give jnana is the best charity. Jnana means then, of course, different jnana, but topmost jnana is knowledge about Supreme Lord. So I will remember what I heard about Krishna from the lotus lips of my Gurudev and pure devotees in Shastra. So that I will give you as a donation, as a token of gratitude. I will give. So here, he thanked the king with great respect. Gurudev is very pleased when disciple is eager to serve Krishna, because why Gurudev appeared in this world? He has no any business in this world. His only business is because Krishna sent him to rescue fallen souls, to inspire them to serve Krishna. So if you give anything to Guru, any worldly things, he's not interested. He's only interested whether you will accept the service of Krishna or not. When he sees someone is interested, that is actually making him happy and he's grateful. I also heard from Gurudev saying thank you or hvala vam. Even in Slovenian language he used to say, I taught him once, so he used to say that in Slovenian language. And one time also he told me, you will come again to India, you will come again. I said, yes, Gurudev, I will come. Then also he was very happy. Yes, thank you. Because he wants to rescue. That is why he's happy. So that is his service to Krishna. So the topics, then he began to discourse on topics concerning Krishna, which are the remedy for all sufferings in this age of Kali. This is the remedy. Srila Shukadev Gosami said, O your Majesty, best of all saintly kings, because you are greatly attracted to topics of Vasudeva, Krishna, it is certain that your intelligence is firmly fixed in spiritual understanding, which is the only true goal for humanity. Only true goal is this. To be firmly fixed in spiritual understanding means Krishna consciousness. Because that attraction is unceasing it is certainly sublime. It is not that I am hearing and then I become bored and I don't want to hear you. No. Parikshit Maharaj's desire to hear about Krishna is unceasing. It is not going down because he's getting taste of nectar, because he's doing for the service of Krishna. So because it is unceasing, this is the proof, then it is certainly sublime. But with material sound, you will become bored after some time. Or if we, with some other motives, we hear as that person, he was hearing Harikatha, but with some other motive, to get some intellectual knowledge, then after some time he also became bored and gave up everything. Because motive was wrong, so he could not get the real taste. Like a bottle of honey, bee is there, and thinking she's licking honey, but there is that bar, glass is there. Like that, if we are not having serving attitude, we cannot actually get the real contact with Krishna's name, form, attributes, everything. So we cannot get the taste of that nectar. And we will become bored. But Parikshit Maharaj, it is proved that he is a real listener. The Ganges emanating from the toe of Lord Vishnu purifies the three worlds, the upper, middle, and lower planetary systems. Similarly, when one asks questions about the pastimes and characteristics of Lord Vasudeva Krishna, three varieties of men are purified: the speaker or preacher, he who inquires, and the people in general who listen. That is why a real speaker, real preacher, is never proud. He is always devotee of Krishna. He is never speaking as a teacher or guru with vanity. I am something and you are all foolish, and I am speaking forgetting some self-aggrandizement for some name and fame. No, then he is not real preacher. He has no contact with Krishna at all, and he cannot get any real taste. A real preacher is always humble because of his real contact with Krishna, and he is also considering himself, I am serving Krishna. I am not some kind of teacher here. He is devoting himself to Krishna, to serve, to the service of Krishna, not for any other worldly this pride. So all will be purified. Once, when Mother Earth was overburdened by hundreds of thousands of military phalanxes of various conceited demons dressed like kings, she approached Lord Brahma for relief. This is all the time happening. Nowadays it is also happening. Conceited demons dressed like kings, or dressed like well-wishers, you may say. Kings are supposed to take care of the citizens, to work for their welfare, material and spiritual. They are to, that is their dharma, that is their duty, that is their interest, that is for their good. But demons are taking the dress of a well-wisher, but they are not taking care. They are harming others in the name of doing good. That is going on all the time, especially in Kali Yuga. It is even more. So much cheating. You cannot believe unless you see it. It's very difficult to believe unless you see what they are doing. So it happened that time also, and Gurudev told that when such sinful activities they are going on, then that will lead to destruction. There will be reaction. Always there is reaction by nature or something. There is reaction. But here, this Prithvi Devi, she knew if this will go on, it will lead to destruction. So that is why she approached Brahma to for relief, because it is also her duty to provide for the living entities of this world. But they are destroying her. So how she can provide? So she went to Brahma. You all understand that behind everything there is a conscious principle, is a person. Otherwise that thing cannot be maintained. So like that, earth personified is also person, that conscious being. So that is why it is said Prithvi Devi, she came to Brahma. This is not mythology, it is reality, but we have to realize by transcendental eyes that conscious being is behind everything. Thereafter, having heard of the distress of Mother Earth, Lord Brahma with Mother Earth, no, sorry, I forgot one verse. Mother Earth assumed the form of a cow, very much distressed. With tears in her eyes, she appeared before Lord Brahma and told him about her misfortune. Thereafter, having heard of the distress of Mother Earth, Lord Brahma with Mother Earth, Lord Shiva and all the other demigods approached the shore of the ocean of milk. Because Brahma is also administrator of this world, he has to care. So that is why Prithvi said, how I will provide? They are destroying me. She went to Brahma, authority for this, and he, with Shiva and other demigods, they went to Kir Sagar, milk ocean, not salty ocean. There are many oceans of sugar, ghee, honey, liquor also, alcohol, liquor. 7 kinds of oceans there. We only know salty, but there are 7. After reaching the shore of the ocean of milk, the demigods worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the Master of the whole universe, the Supreme God of all gods, who provides for everyone and diminishes everyone's suffering. With great attention, they worship Lord Vishnu, who lies on the ocean of milk, by reciting the Vedic mantras known as the Purusha Sukta. That is Kirodakashai Vishnu, lying in Kir Sagar. He provides for everyone actually. He's the only maintainer and sustainer. That we have to practice in Sharanagati, this knowledge, this fact. Without his will, no one can do anything, cannot maintain, cannot protect, nothing. So with great attention, they worship Lord Vishnu with that mantra. While in trance, Lord Brahma heard the words of Lord Vishnu vibrating in the sky. Thus he told the demigods, O demigods, hear from me the order of Kirodakashayi Vishnu, the Supreme Person, and execute it attentively without delay. Lord Brahma informed the demigods, before we submitted our petition to the Lord, he was already aware of the distress of earth, because Krishna knows everything. Consequently, for as long as the Lord moves on earth to diminish its burden by his own potency in the form of time, all of you demigods should appear through plenary portions as sons and grandsons in the family of the Yadus. So this is burden to earth, such demoniac cheaters. That is burden and has to be removed for the welfare of others. And if they are killed by Supreme Lord, they will also be benefited. When he kills them, then in their soul they realize their wrongdoings and their misconception about Supreme Lord, and they feel his love. Then they also become devoted to him. So all are benefited when Supreme Lord appears and does his job. Outwardly, it was someone, why Krishna is supporting war, violence. In Gita, he's telling to fight and to kill. What is this? Because such people, they don't know the whole picture. So they don't understand that is actually absolute good what Krishna is doing and what he is engaging others. It is for the eternal welfare of all, but they are unable to understand. Did not hear proper explanation and did not feel the mercy of Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, who has full potency, will personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, all the wives of the demigods should also appear in order to satisfy him. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Shankarshan, who is known as Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, this original Shankarshan will appear as Baladev, just to please the Supreme Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. Whatever Baladev is doing, it is all only for the satisfaction of Krishna. The potency of the Lord, known as Vishnu Maya, who is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will also appear with Lord Krishna. This potency, acting in different capacities, captivates all the worlds, both material and spiritual. At the request of her master, she will appear with her different potencies in order to execute the work of the Lord. Two aspects or two functions, one as Yogamaya, one as Mahamaya, but it is same energy, only function is different. Like if you have one